Hi, I'm Tim Barch, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. And this week we're going to talk a little bit about the technology on the Bronco Sport and why you should look at the Bronco Sport Big Bend if you're looking to get a Bronco Sport. If you're really excited, you want to get a Bronco Sport, it's going to be your daily driver, what trim should you look at? And if you want one pretty quickly, the Big Bend trim is the one you want to look at. So we're going to talk about that, plus some of the features that are included as part of the Big Bend and a couple of different things you might want to think about when ordering your Bronco Sport on this week's Tech Tuesday with Tim. Now, before we dive in too much and talking about the Big Bend trim and some of the features as part of that trim, let's break down a little bit about who the buyer is for the Bronco Sport. So if you're out there and maybe this vehicle is going to be your daily driver, it's going to drive you to and from work, and maybe drive the kids around to some soccer games or something, or running some errands. And on a weekend though, you want to be able to go out and do some adventuring. You want to be able to load your bikes up in the back, your camping gear, hiking gear, and you want to go off to those locations. This Bronco Sport is going to be a great fit for you, whatever trim you go with. Now, the Badlands Edition is that more off-road aggressive edition. So if you don't only want to get to those, but that you also want to do some off-roading, the Badlands will achieve that for you and still be your daily driver. Now, I will say one downfall to the Badlands right now, they're really hard to get. So right now, because of the different features that are included in that aren't included in the others, they're really difficult to be able to get in from suppliers and such. So it is taking a lot longer, a couple of months before you can get some of those Badlands editions. In fact, we've only had a couple come through here, and they were ordered in September, and we got them about 2 to 3 months after we got all the other Big Bend base trim and Outer Banks vehicles. So keep that in mind when you're looking at that. Now the other editions, you have your base, your Big Bend, and your Outer Banks are great trims. All achieve different things depending on what you're looking for. Now that base trim is at entry level. If you want to, hey, I don't want to spend a lot, but I do want a Bronco Sport. Base trim is a great trim. It has a lot of standard equipment that we're going to see as we go through this on the Big Bend that are standard. So your Copilot 360 features are standard equipment, giving you the lane keeping system. You get the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. You even get your Bliss blind spot information system with cross traffic alert, auto high beams, rear view camera, all standard equipment on your base trim. You even get the GOAT mode. So you're going to have those go over any type terrain modes there for even your base trim, giving you the normal and eco modes for when you're in town, also giving you that slippery mode, and I believe it also does have a mud rut mode or something similar to that for that, even the base trim. So you're going to have those GOAT modes. And some great features inside as well, giving you some of the standard features. Power windows, power locks, all going to be standard equipment on even the base trim. Now the Outer Banks, we're going to skip Big Bend for a second. The Outer Banks trim is for those that want to go over the moon. They want to get all the luxury features. Outer Banks is the trim you want to go to. You're going to have your, on the outside, it's going to step it up. You're going to have your body colored mirror caps, body colored door handles. You're going to get your black roof or gray if you want to go with the gray, but also you're going to get some nice luxury features on the inside like your leather seats, your power seats, your heated seats, which are a few features we can get on the Big Bend and we'll talk about in a second, plus some other great luxury features that come with it, and you can even get that Outer Banks package, which takes it above and beyond when it comes to some great convenience features. Now let's talk about the Big Bend. The reason why I'm mentioning the Big Bend is a great idea for you to look at and look at that trim is it has a lot of great standard features that you get from the base, steps up a few and gives you some other great convenience features in this vehicle that I think you'll really like and almost feel like you can't live without, but not going over the top like the Outer Banks will. In fact, it does have a Big Bend package we'll talk about at the end that gives you some of the features that are going to be standard on the Outer Banks, including that package. Plus there's a couple other packages you might consider as well we'll talk about in this. And the Big Bend is a trim that we could order pretty quickly and we can get them into the dealerships quicker. So they're telling us if you're wanting a quick turn Bronco Sport for your customers, order some Big Bends. There's plenty of those out there. They can order those, they can build those, and they can have them dropped at the dealerships real fast. So consider that. So we're going to talk about some of the features that you can get, some more major features, impact features, I believe, that are a pretty big deal when you talk about the Big Bend trim. Let's go ahead and start at the front first. Let's talk about some features and when you go from the base to the Big Bend, what are some of the more impactful or major features here on the exterior. Starting at the front, of course, the engine will have the 1.5 liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine. Same engine on the base, Big Bend, as well as the Outer Banks. Badlands will get the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. Will come with the 8-speed automatic transmission as well, so it can shift up through those positions. As I mentioned, does have the GOAT modes. You do have those 5 go over any type terrain modes. You have your normal, your eco, you have your sport mode if you want a more spirited drive, slippery mode, those wet situations, snow, that kind of thing, as well as you do have a sand mode. It's on the other side of the normal position. So basically you put it in those different types of situations and you don't have to worry about shifting. It's going to shift it in where it needs to. It's going to adjust the transmission, the shifting of the transmission. Your traction control will be affected by different drive modes. If you're in that slippery mode, I like to put it in slippery mode a lot for my truck. What it's going to do, especially on pavement when it's slick, it's going to not give you so much torque so that you don't slide or those tires spin. Instead, you're going to go off of those stops a little bit different. So also makes it a lot easier when you're in the snow in those types of slippery situations. So sand as well will work with that. And so I like the drive modes and giving you how it shifts and such. Let's talk about the front of it up here. It will look different as on the base. Base is going to have the black Bronco lettering on there. Not really easy to see that. When you go to the Big Bend, you're going to see that bright white Bronco wording here on the front. Very impactful up here. Base even does get the LED headlights. You'll see the LED light that comes in towards the grill. That's going to be included in the base as well. But what's not included that you get when you go to Big Bend is the LED fog lights down there. So you're going to be able to light up the road a little bit more, especially if you're going camping, going through the woods. Those fog lights will come in handy, lighting up the road for you, helping you get to that adventure that you're going on over that weekend. Now, some great convenience features here on the side I want to talk about. First of them is the upgrade to the wheels. You will, when you go from the base to the Big Bend, upgrade to a nicer looking wheel. It's a 17-inch alloy wheel, or like we did with this particular vehicle, we upgraded to the 18-inch machine-faced alloy wheel with the ebony painted pocket. So that is also another option you get when you get to the Big Bend that you don't get with the base trim. On the mirrors, you do get the bliss feature or the blind spot information feature with cross traffic alert on the base trim. You also get power mirror feature, but when you go up to the Big Bend, you also get the heated feature for that mirror. It comes in real handy in the wintertime, defrosting that glass, make it a little bit easier for you to use and getting it started up in the morning on those cold winter days. Also, intelligent access. That allows you to leave that key fob in your pocket. In fact, it even gets a different key fob with the key that's hidden inside. Right there, you just leave that key fob in your pocket. You just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock your vehicle and allow you to get in and out. It even has push button start when you get inside, so you don't have to get the keys out to even start the vehicle. When you get out, just press the ridges on those front doors. It's going to lock the vehicle up. Also does have the security code keypad as well, the keyless entry keypad, so you can set your own code, leave the keys inside if you want to, set your code, and that way you can go ahead and lock the vehicle up, getting access in and out of the vehicle. Or if maybe you don't have the keys on you and you need to grab something out of it, you can press the keypad in there and unlock the doors. Cannot do that on the base trim. Also, you're going to see the privacy glass in these back windows, the back quarter windows, as well as the back glass. Not only does it keep you those in the back a little bit cooler, also kind of gives you some privacy for your cargo in the back, as well as it just looks a lot sharper on the vehicle as well. Now here in the back, there are a lot of upgrades when you go to the Big Bend from the base when it comes to the rear cargo area, but there are a couple that I want to point out, as well as some things that you may not be aware of. They're even standard on the Bronco Sport base that's also carried over to the Big Bend. One of them, of course, the white lettering back here is going to be an upgrade when you go from the base to the Big Bend, like we talked about with the lettering on the grill up there. Also, LED tail lights are standard equipment even on the base, but I think they're very impactful having LEDs versus the halogen tail lights back here in the back. Let's open this lift gate up. A couple things to show you that even they're standard on even the base trim, and one of them are these fog lights that are back here. So if you're out camping, again, this is really made to be out. If you're camping, hiking, that kind of thing, you need to get something back here at night. It's going to be real nice. Just press the button over here on the left of the cargo and it lights it up. These can be adjusted, so if you need to see inside a little bit better, you can angle them that way. If you need to see out here on this side, you can angle them down over here too. So real nice having these little fog lights back here. Again, standard equipment even on the base trim, but I wanted to point it out in this vehicle as well. Also bottle opener over here on the side. Also standard equipment on all of your Bronco Sports that maybe some people may not have been aware of. Maybe have been missed on some walk-around videos you've been seeing, so I want to point that out over here. Also, the rubberized flooring over here is standard equipment even on the base trim, But what is not standard that you get when you go up to the Big Bend is the seat back rubberized backing as well back here. So you'll see they can snap into place and they can come out, which makes it real easy to be able to clean those. So you can, if you get it all dirty, you're putting things in there, you might get that the seat backs dirty, so you can just pull, unsnap those on the back, wash them out when you get back home after the weekend. You can do the same thing with this rear cargo. You can pull it out as well right there and be able to also pull that out and clean it out inside. One thing to note, I don't know if you noticed, this does have the tow package. It is an optional package. You get the receiver hitch, but also when you get the tow package, you get the full-size spare. So if you're wanting the full-size spare, get the tow package. It's going to be included with that. You'll see it by the elevation here. This will be a little bit higher here on the cargo floor because it has to make room for the wider tire and wheel combination there. So a couple great features here in the back. Also, I'm going to show you something a little bit later on optional equipment we ordered on this vehicle that I thought was really cool from a video we did earlier in the week for Facebook. So you'll want to maybe check that out and stay tuned for that at the end. But let's move inside. A couple other features on the interior that are an upgrade when you go to the Big Bend as well. Now, a couple things to notice when you first get inside is that the dedicated trim accents to the Big Bend is a little bit different than the base. You will see the registers from those vents are going to get changed to the silver as well as around the doors. So you're going to get upgraded to that, giving you a little bit different look to the dash in the door area in your Big Bend trim. Also, you'll notice the seats. These seats are unique cloth seats to the Big Bend. Does upgrade it. Ford's calling these an easy clean material as well. So again, if you're going off-road, going to get them a little dirty, you should be able to clean those off a little bit easier than you would from the seats from the base trim. Also in the back seat, you're going to see an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest back there that has two cup holders. That is also an upgrade when you go from the base to the Big Bend. The base does not have that armrest that kicks down. So if there's no one in the middle, those on the outside can have a couple cup holders, especially, getting to that, campsite, hiking trails, bike site, whatever it might be, then you're going to have those, the little armor. Those will come in real handy for those in the back. Speaking of a seat in the rear seat area, you will see the zipper pockets on the back of those front seats. As well as you'll see the MOLLE strap system there. So that way you can hook those carabiner hooks or whatever hooks you might have. You put things on there, water bottles on them, whatever it might be. They could hook back there for that adventure, to get you to that adventure and such. You can just use that strap system back in the back. So again, another way of showing you that this is really made for those outdoors type people. They're going to enjoy those different adventures. Also, you're going to get electronic climate control here. So an upgrade from the manual to the electronic auto climate control. So you have your auto buttons here, so you can just put it on the temperature you want instead of having to try to figure that temperature out to get it just right like you would on the base trim. So that's going to be an upgrade. Also going to get Sirius XM satellite radio. Of course, standard equipment on the base trim is your AM, FM, MP3 player, the Sync 3 system with the 8-inch touchscreen where that rear view camera is going to come into view. All those other great features like the Ford Pass Connect, standard equipment on the base trim, carried over to the Big Bend, as well as the Big Bend will also get the Sirius XM satellite radio as well. That's going to be included. So some great interior features as well as a nice upgrade when you go from the base to the Big Bend that I think you'll really enjoy. Now there are a couple different packages. One of them we mentioned already that you might want to think about getting as an upgrade on the Big Bend that's available. Of course, we did talk about the Class 4 receiver hitch, giving the hitch as well as the full-size spare versus the mini spare. That is available for you. Also, you have the Big Bend package. Big Bend package gives you some great convenience features, upgrades it to maybe some of the features that you'd see as standard equipment on the Outer Banks. One of them being the power seat. So you get the driver power seat over there, so you can upgrade that. You also get front heated seats. The driver and front passenger are going to get heated seats. Also, you're going to get a wireless charging pad, so that's a pretty nice feature. Just put your wireless charging smartphone down in there in that media hub area, and it's going to charge while you're driving to your campsite or wherever you're going there. Also, leather wrap steering wheel on the interior as well. This can be upgraded, and I love leather wrap steering wheel, so this is a great package there. Also does include a power moonroof, so that's included as part of the Big Bend package. You can get moonroof without going to the Outer Banks, as well as you're going to get the reverse sensing system. So as you're backing up, not only can you see behind you while you're backing up, but also you're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything. Also, another package you might think about getting, and that's the Copilot 360 Assist Plus package. So that package gives you adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. So I think that's fabulous that this package is included giving you that lane centering as part of this package on the Bronco Sport. Also, you get evasive steering assist as part of that package, and you get the voice activated navigation with the pinch to zoom capabilities for your navigation. You have your on-screen navigation, also the Sirius traffic and travel link that's going to come with that for I think for 5 years for free. So that's a great package, getting your navigation. So navigation will be available, as well as even the adaptive cruise control on the Big Bend trim. As you can see, a really good value trim that I think a lot of people overlook because they're wanting some of those other features. But now, one other bonus that I have for you is an accessory that we ordered on this particular vehicle. It's actually a factory installed accessory. It has to do with the cargo management system. It is available if you're on the build and price for Bronco Sport. You're going to see that under the interior features. But the cargo management system is a pretty cool system. I did a video earlier this week for Facebook, so I wanted to give you a little exclusive to that because I haven't seen a lot of videos on how that is how you use it. So check out this video that kind of shows this cargo management system and how you can use the shelf, divider, and the table system. Now let's talk about this shelf. That's why you probably watched this video. So this is a shelf divider, real lightweight, as you can see. Very lightweight. You can come completely out. It can go into several positions. Now, it is a divider as well as a shelf and a table. So let's talk about the divider first. If you fold this does fold. Has magnets on it. Folds in half, does have these nice little handles you can use there. Even has a nice little ruler on there if you need it to measure anything. I think probably thinking about that because they do that with the F-150 now on the tailgate. But you can, if you have it in this position, there's 2 different spots back here that you can slide that in and make a divider. So we're gonna, move it in to the first position. It goes completely down. Now you have a divider back there. So if you want to put some smaller stuff back there, don't want them to roll out, you can put it there. Also, if you lift this up about halfway, there's actually an opening right over here, so you don't have to take it all the way out. You can actually take it halfway, slide it back to the other position. So let me show you. Bring that up. Got to get it just right though. And then it slides through here, go into that next spot there, push it down. Now you have a divider back here, so you can have some of your bigger luggage back there, something here that's easy to attain or get to. That's how that's going to go. Now let's go ahead and put it in the shelf and how that works. So pop that out completely and put it down. Now it does sit on these little ledges, which you'll have only if you have this cargo management system. Typically that will not be in the vehicle, so it's not like something you can add later. You really do have to get this from the factory. In fact, if you go to Ford.com and go to build and price on the Bronco Sport, it's going to be listed under your interior features, not down on your accessories. This is not an accessory, so it's not something you can get afterwards. You want to order this with your Bronco Sport from the factory. Okay, so you can slide this around. It's easier if you open this up. And there's the lock over here on the side, and there's little arrows. You can line up with the arrows on the side, 2 different locations. If you want it in the shelf system, you want to go back to the back here. There actually, it's easier to see the hole back there. Then you go ahead and lock it into place on that side. And then this side we can move just a little bit. There we go. And we lock it into place. So that's locked into place there. This shelf here does have a magnet on it, and there's some bolts here. So it does kind of magnetize to that and gives it some solid function there. So it does limit it to 30 pounds as it says right here. So you have a nice little shelf system. You can fold it in, and you can hear it click into place, magnetize in the back as well. So there you go. There's your location for your shelf system. Now if you want to put it in the table, we want to move it up to these other slots towards the back. So easier to do if you unfold it. So we'll do that. We'll unlock it, turn both of those. We'll move it back, find those locations. We'll do the left side first and then the right side. And now that's locked into position there. You can leave it folded in if you want to. And then when you're ready for that, you fold it out. You have these little legs. Kind of pull these out. And then you just set it down and it sits on top of the bumper. So now you have a little table system right here, easy to be able to use. So pretty good little cargo management system. So first time getting one of these in, want to do a video on this and kind of show that. Take a look at the Big Bend, go into the Ford's build and price. If it's something you would like to do, Long McArthur Ford here in Salina, Kansas can help you with that. We can order one for you, have it delivered right here. We can make sure it has everything that you're wanting on it. order from a dealership that's passionate about their Bronco vehicles in the Bronco Sport as well. So again, you can check out our website, McArthur.com. Also, don't forget, you can check out those numbers. You can call one of our BDC coordinators, can help you out. We can go ahead and order one for you, or maybe if this black one is nice for you and you hurry up, you might be able to even get this one as well. So check out our inventory on our website as well at McArthur.com. Don't forget about our free shipping policy. We will ship the vehicle to you. We do cap it at $1,000. We ask you finance the vehicle with us, and then that's how we can have it delivered right to your door for free. If you plan on financing the vehicle anyway, it's no cost incurred onto you, but it's a great way to get a vehicle ordered the way you want it to from a dealership that knows their product and have it delivered right to your door. So take advantage of that. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you really enjoyed it. Hope you got some information from it, and hopefully you learned a little bit of why the Big Bend trim is a really good trim for a lot of people out there that are looking to get into the Bronco Sport, getting into that Bronco family here. The Big Bend trim is something you don't want to overlook here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, you can find us on social media. We're at McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until the next video, we'll see you later.